Good day, mates. Buckle up, because today we are diving into the eye of a political storm that's brewing across Australia. Imagine this, a nation on tenterhooks, a prime minister playing his cards close to his chest, and a cyclone threatening to upend it all. Intrigued? You should be. Stick around as we unravel the tangled web of election timing, Mother Nature's fury, and the high-stakes game unfolding in Canberra. Now, let's set the scene. It's early March 2025, and the land down under is abuzz with speculation. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has yet to announce the date for the federal election, keeping everyone guessing. The political landscape is as unpredictable as a kangaroo on a trampoline, and the clock is ticking. Enter Tropical Cyclone Alfred. This isn't just any storm. It's a Category 2 behemoth bearing down on Queensland's coast, packing winds up to 150 km per hour and dumping up to 450 millimeters of rain. Premier David Crisafulli has sounded the alarm, urging residents to brace for impact, secure essentials, and prepare for potential power outages lasting at least 3 days. Supermarkets are working around the clock to keep shelves stocked, and sandbagging stations are popping up faster than you can say "blow me down." The situation is as serious as a dingo in a kindergarten, and everyone's on high alert. But here's where things get really spicy. The looming cyclone isn't just a meteorological event, it's a political hand grenade. The Prime Minister is caught between a rock and a hard place, trying to decide when to call the election. The conventional wisdom points to April 12th, but with Cyclone Alfred threatening to wreak havoc, calling an election amidst potential disaster could be seen as tone-deaf or, worse, opportunistic. Sky News political editor Andrew Clennell has been following this saga closely. He suggests that if the cyclone causes significant damage, it would be a terrible look for the PM to announce an election immediately afterward. It could come off as if he's more concerned about ballots than battered communities. On the flip side, delaying the election means navigating a minefield of scheduling conflicts. Easter, Anzac Day, and school holidays are all looming large on the calendar. And let's not forget the budget. Traditionally delivered in late March, the budget is the government's chance to showcase its fiscal prowess. But with the election date up in the air, there's chatter about whether the budget will happen at all. Some insiders reckon the government might skip it, especially if an early April election is on the cards. Others argue that delivering the budget could be a strategic move, giving the government a platform to spruik its achievements and plans before hitting the campaign trail. Adding another layer to this political pavlova is the recent interest rate cut by the Reserve Bank. Mortgage holders are breathing a sigh of relief, but what does this mean for the election timing? Some pundits believe the rate cut could give the government a boost, making an early election more tempting. However, the PM has brushed off suggestions that the rate cut will influence his decision, calling such speculation boring. But let's be real. In politics, nothing is ever that straightforward. Meanwhile, the opposition is sharpening its knives. Peter Dutton and his crew are ready to pounce on any misstep, and the uncertainty around the election date is giving them plenty of fodder. They are accusing the government of being indecisive, of dodging scrutiny by potentially skipping the budget, and of playing politics while a cyclone looms. It's a classic case of political argy-bargy, and the stakes couldn't be higher. So, what's the PM to do? Call the election before the cyclone hits and risk looking callous? Wait until after the cyclone and potentially clash with Easter and Anzac Day? Deliver the budget and then call the election, or skip the budget altogether? It's a high-wire act with no safety net, and the nation is watching with bated breath. In the midst of all this, everyday Aussies are left scratching their heads, wondering when they'll be heading to the polls. The uncertainty is palpable, and it's not just political tragics who are feeling the tension. Businesses are in limbo, community groups are trying to plan events, and families are wondering how to juggle school holidays with a potential election. As we wait for the PM to make his move, one thing is certain. This is a political thriller that even the best scriptwriters couldn't have dreamed up. A looming cyclone, an undecided election date, and a nation caught in the middle. It's the kind of drama that makes you want to grab a cold one, sit back, and watch the fireworks. But beyond the spectacle, there are real consequences. The decisions made in the coming days will shape the nation's future, impacting everything from economic policy to disaster response. It's a reminder that in Australia, politics isn't just a spectator sport. It's a high-stakes game that affects us all. So, as we keep an eye on the weather reports and the political rumor mill, let's hope our leaders navigate this storm, both literal and figurative, with the wisdom and foresight we need. After all, in the land of sweeping plains and rugged mountains, We've weathered many a storm before. Here's to coming out stronger on the other side. This story is far from over, and we'll be watching closely to see what happens next. So, what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.